Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to be playing Garen, and I'll be facing off against the Sett adventure from the Titans of Runeterra campaign. We needed to beat this adventure with a Demacian champion, and Garen is probably the only one that is at a low star count, or at least the only one I own that is at a low star count. So we can make this adventure at least a bit of a challenge. Yeah, let's go for it. I'm taking double Stalker's Blade just so Garen levels up immediately on summon. Hopefully things plan out well, pan out well, yes. Brain fart for a moment. Ooh, no way I'm passing up a legendary power. I'm worried about the last encounter with Sett because of how frequently you can bounce and stun your units. Hopefully we will have found a way to deal with that when we reach him. Let's keep on Breath Still Protector, sure. At the very least, if I don't draw anything that's playable round one, we could go for it. So it should be a last case scenario. Well, this is a perfect Garen turn. And just like that, we have a leveled up Garen on the first turn. It's not going to be relevant because now it's my attacking turn. But you can definitely see how great that can be, because now we just attack every turn, no matter what, and the opponent won't be able to do anything about it, unless they have a way to remove Garen off of the board, which they don't, so they lose. Oh, they're drawing. They don't find an answer. They had hope for a moment there. Unfortunately, that hope was crushed. Maybe the last encounter won't be that bad. After all, if I can just play Garen on the first turn, completely clear the board, and start messing up my opponents with attacks, or with constant attacks, things should turn out well. Unfortunately, things won't turn out that well if I keep getting bad cards like these. I guess I'm taking the Ardent Tracker, just because it's 4 mana for a scout unit. Mighty Poro, or Poro King with Mighty Poro and Poro Snack, Stories. I can go Lee Sin on a deck that has very little spell synergy, or Action. I guess I'm taking Action, mostly because we do have a way to make actions strike more than once per turn, and we do target our allies somewhat, so I guess Action might not be that terrible. I still would like to draw Garen on the first turn, however. Let's toss all of these. Let's try to fish for Garen as much as possible. Okay, we did get Garen on the first turn, but unfortunately we also got the Ardent Tracker. I suppose since the opponent didn't play a second unit, there's no point in playing Garen here. So let's just go for the Ardent Tracker. And then next turn we give the opponent the opportunity to play a second unit, just so we can go for Garen and level him up immediately. Perfect. I can even do this. Strike with the Garen. buff his attack up a little bit more. Just so I can deal more damage on the attack. Problem is my unit. My unit keeps getting stunned. And now Garen is getting stunned as well. That's just annoying. Let's go for the action, because I intend to go for the single combat here on the Garen. This way we advance the Warlord's Palace a bit more. And now we finally go ahead and kill the opponent. I said that, but I was fully expecting the opponent to go for a stun effect, which would save him, give him one more turn. I guess I'm kind of glad that I was wrong. The Kingfisher, Starhound back, Endless Devout. My fated buffs are granted to allied Starhound packs everywhere. As fun as that is, the rally effect on the Kingfisher might be actually viable. Nah, it's still a 9-drop and we only start with 5 mana. We do have a card that gives us some ramp, but I don't think that's enough to justify taking the Kingfisher. Let's just take the Starhound back. At the very least, it's something that's vaguely playable. I think the weakest card in my deck currently is the Vanguard Defender. It's just stats. It's not like they're that great. A bit of a current Safecracker. Or the Vacaran Vagabond. We're not really that desperate for the Warlord's Palace, but it does give me ramp. Yeah, let's get the Vanguard Defender. We definitely need more card draw, I think. We might run into some resource problems if the games drag on. Yeah, let's keep the Ardent Tracker. If the opponent doesn't summon 2 units, there's no point in playing Garen on the first turn. And I didn't even get Garen. Unlucky. It's still fine. We can probably just close out the game without Garen anyway.
Good people don't look the other way.
Let's strike once with the Ardent Tracker. Yep. And then I can attack like this. Unfortunately, I do want to preserve the Ardent Tracker a bit. So we're going to wait until next turns for the single combat. Never mind, we're just going to drop down Garen here. No way, I'm not taking the full board clear. And now we close out the game. Maybe I was wrong about us running out of resources.
You have nothing to gain.
I actually do have a way to achieve little here. If I do this, the action gets +2 attack from striking a unit.
A shadow of my power.
Nice. The opponent almost survived.
To a world without villains.
Fortunately, they don't take into account the information that's public, like the fact that I have a single combat in hand and that my power makes it so when one of my units strikes, I just buff them by +2/+2. If I do this, the Starhound pack just becomes a better low-ramp protege. I mean, it starts off with less stats, but as it grows with the Fated, it becomes better. So maybe I'll cut the low-ramp protege in the next shop. Let's take the Enfeebling Strike. Can be interesting. And then, do I actually want to cut low-ramp protege? Maybe it's a bit too early for that. Maybe I'm better off cutting the Vacoran Safecracker. While we do care about targeting our own units for the sake of the action. Actually, no. Remembrance is actually pretty bad. Yeah, Remembrance is pretty bad. Let's cut it. It's 6 mana, summon a 5-drop. I suppose it gets its cost reduced when we do lose a unit. But I don't think that's relevant enough to keep in the deck. I'm definitely keeping the Garen though. Mostly because I intended to play him here on the first turn. But maybe I should just go for one of the Ardent Trackers. Really? He goes for the attack. That's a bit surprising. Especially because now I can just do this, but I suppose he doesn't know or didn't know I had Desert Duel in hand. And there goes my second Ardent Tracker. It's probably fine. I still have one on board. And it's quite buff. It would be nice if the opponent played a second unit though. Can you play a second unit, opponent? That's not a second unit. I suppose I can go for Garen. He strikes once there. And then I just attack like this and he gets the second strike. Now we just attack next turn and we win. Hopefully. 5-punch Pablo. Okay.
Must be nice living off.
Depending on where he casts the prize fight, I might just single combat to deny it. Just like this. I'm pretty sure this denies the draw as well. Yep. And now he has nothing to prevent this attack. A very clean victory, actually. The Enfeebling Strike proved a lot more useful than I anticipated. The fact that the Jack went to one attack was huge. And I suppose the 5-punch Pablos going down a couple of attack helped as well. Lethality. Lethality is good with lots of small damage sources to the opponent's nexus. We're mostly going for large swing turns. Or large turns where we just swing a bunch of high-statted units to the opponent's nexus. I'm still going to take it, mostly because I now know that we do have very little problems when it comes to our hand size. So it wouldn't really need the flexible game plan. And the Frozen Thrall power just isn't that great. At least in this deck. I feel it's probably going to be fine if I were maybe Action, maybe Dahlia, something that synergizes with landmarks.
sweet bun. Heightens the
That's a
sense
unit. Maybe he plays a second one.
tea.
Perfect.
The strength of rivers.
Now we just instantly level Garen.
My sweet bun.
Can we win next turn? Well, it depends a bit on what the opponent plays.
Heard you're new in the area.
That's something. But not much else. Okay. Well, I can kill one unit here by doing this. And I just kill the other one. While we do not kill him, we did set it up so that only these two or Garen need to hit in order to achieve victory.
Soul collectors.
Yeah, let's drop down the Star Hound pack. Now the opponent has no mana. And I'm pretty sure we can close out the game here. I could just do this. And the game's over. Yep. Nice. Very simple actually. Now, I did go for the incisive tactician, but I'm not really sure if I'm fine trading any of our powers for a higher rarity one. I think they're all necessary. Like, the hero's welcome is necessary because I want Garen in the opening hand. The Enfeebling Strike is actually proving to be very useful. So maybe I just leave. Yeah, it's kind of a shame. I went for a encounter and I got nothing out of it. But it's not the worst thing in the world. These are pretty terrible though. Let's move on. We don't need anything else from that shop. The power we got is decent enough. It's going to make it so whatever unit we do decide to play on the first few turns or on the first turn is going to end up massive on the second turn. Actually not massive, but at the very least larger. That's annoying, but it's not annoying enough to justify playing Garen immediately, I think.
Lives are at stake.
We can let him get away with breaking us once or twice. And now we play a second unit, so Garen levels up immediately on summon next turn.
My heart and sword for Demacia. Press the advantage!
Does he block this? No. Okay. Good to know. That denies me the single combat. I actually did want to go for the single combat this turn. Wanted to remove this, then attack with the Ardent Tracker. I suppose I won't remove anything. I'll just let the opponent block both of these attacks. It's fine, we still have little next turn anyway. And it's not like the Perang sticks around on inflicting cards. Let's do this. Reduce the amount of attackers on board. And I'm also going to drop down the Bright Steel Protector. Protect that unit. And this is incredibly lucky. Now we're guaranteed the victory. Without the second scout unit, I figured the opponent might have enough blockers to prevent us from killing him. Actually, no. He played a unit, we could have gone for the scout attack and then attack with the 2 other units. So it would have been fine. Dolan is the fun option. Yeah, it would have been fine. The second Ardent Tracker just secured the victory. Even further. Yeah, that's enough. We don't want anything else. Zolani is obviously the worst card in the deck currently. But it's a fun card. I do want some fun. Let's go to L'Homme Protégé. It's just stats and a keyword. Unfortunately, it's not interesting enough for me to want to keep him around. Okay, that's too many Garens. I am going to keep the Desert Duel though. It might be useful. We can go for Garen's level up here if the opponent drops the set down, just like that.
For Demacia. I will not falter.
And that's exactly what I'm going to do.
We do what is right.
I want to start getting one attack on the opponent's turn as quickly as possible. A stun. That's fine. Ooh, that's a low roll for the opponent. Let's put the action. Let's do a Desert Duel. Like this. Start working on the Warlord's Palace. Is the opponent's just going to let me kill the Pantheon? Apparently so. Well, I'll take it. And it gets me closer to leveling up action for once in this run. I figured I would just end the run without leveling up action at least once. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, I'm definitely wrong. That's unfortunate. I'm not going to get a rally next turn. Well, at least I leveled up the action.
You cannot run from absolution.
So that's something. And if I do get to pop the Warlord Sword, my champions are going to have Spell Shield permanently. So that's going to make it even harder for the opponent to deal with the Garens. Or at the very least he won't be able to bounce them just like that. But this is not the worst thing in the world. I'll just pass and let the opponent play something else. Yep. So I can clear both the units with Garen. The Stalker's Blade is also... not the Stalker's Blade, the Quick Strike Blade is also putting in work. Garen already dealt 20 more damage than he would have otherwise. All thanks to it. Does he have a way out? No, he doesn't. He would need to stun all of my units. Lucky me. That went very well. I suppose Garen is just boring but effective, especially when it comes to encounters that rely on combat. So yeah, that will be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Till then.